All right, so today I'm under my 2004 Volkswagen Touareg with the V8 and air suspension. A little expensive thing here. Recently, on Monday, lucky me, I had this brake hose go kaput. My fiance was driving it and it decided that didn't want to live anymore, so she said she felt a thud, and then the brake fluid stop vehicle warning came on. So as soon as she texted me that, I figured that it was a brake hose or something. I was hoping it would be something simpler, but here we are. So as you can see, I'm taking the wheel well off. There's nothing up under there. I had it clamped off because so no fluid got through there, and then I was able to emergency brake at home without using the brakes, so that helped. So the point I'm at, like I said, wheel well cover off, a little more complicated than my last GTI that I had. I have loosened these. They take an 11 millimeter open end wrench, both that one and that one up there, into the hoses. Now those screw into the hose itself. The hose is just stationary there, so that's not too bad. From what I'm guessing, I'm not guessing that this is the smoother part of the hose. It looks like it's held in with this bracket. I've already taken that screw out. That was the one I showed you, that screws right there. That one takes a, let's see, a 6 millimeter hex. Had to run up to the Menards for that. 6 millimeter hex, and then this one, little Torx, takes a T30. So Torx are pretty universal, so that's pretty nice. And then from what I'm guessing, these brackets should just come off, and I should be able to slide this hose out and be able to get at the fittings and be able to take it off and on pretty easily. The hardest thing is going to be getting to that sucker right there, the little bleeder valve, but I don't think it should be too bad. Hoses are able to flex. It's just going to be getting my hands in there to get it there. Luckily, like I said, I have the air suspension, so I'm able to put it to that extra high off-road mode, which, as you can see, gives me just a bit of clearance. Just a bit, as in myriads of clearance, so I'm able to get under it and kind of finagle around in there. Not too bad. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna obviously got this screw out. Gonna take this screw out, and hopefully we're able to get the hose off. Obviously, I have to have the new hose ready to go here for when I take the there we go. Move that little guy out of the way. That bracket's all the way now. So as you can see, that's able to move a little freer now. And this one, well, there are bigger forces at play, but I should be able to get this one off without any fluid coming through, because obviously the fluid will leak through there. But since I have that blocked off, the only fluid that should be coming out should be through there. So I should be safe to take this one off. I'm gonna have a pan ready just in case, but yeah, so hopefully this goes all right. I will hopefully be back with an update here in a bit. So I was able to get this bottom hose off. It's just threads on here, sandwiches up to the line, and then there's a little end there that goes in the hose, and that just pops out. So there we go, there's the line off. Not gonna lie, a little nervous to take this one off because obviously brake fluid's going to come out of there, but from what I've read, if you have the reservoir full of fluid, and if you get it changed out pretty quick, you should lose minimal fluid, and then all I'll have to do is fill it back up as much as I need it to, and then after I get the hose on, and then I'll have my fiance on the brakes, and I'll have me on the bottle, making sure that it bleeds itself full, and hopefully shouldn't go horribly bad at least. Okay, so I just did a little trial and error deal here. I had the bracket fully off, as you saw. I had the screw out. I was trying to get it in there, but it was flopping around too much. And if you see the part that has little tangs on it coming off, right there, there are little cutouts in this bracket part that those are locked into that help to make sure that this is able to thread on. So it was moving around, I wasn't able to get it there, so then I thought, why not just put the screw back in, see what happens. And I let it still have a little bit of wiggle room so I could bring it out if need be. And would you look at that? Able to get it in and get it set. You're able to get a finger tight first. I went with this, I did this because as soon as I get this, if I were to have this off and put this top one on, then the fluid would just be freely able to flow through, and I would be losing a lot more fluid than I want to be. So I'm just going to put this one on, take this off, put the top one on, like so, and that's what the little spring, that's what the, yeah. So I will lose as little fluid as possible, hopefully. Reservoir is full right now. I'm gonna get this tightened up so that no fluid is able to flow through that. This looks like it's just there to hold tension on it so that it doesn't screw out, and I'm gonna torque it down nice and tight. So hopefully we're able to get it going here in a bit. Well, Volkswagen back at it again with their over-engineering wisdom. Not getting any leakage from this, I'm presuming because it flips up at the end. If you look, it has a little bend upward, which, simple physics, just no fluid coming out. So that's really nice. I'm able to get the brackets and everything on, get it all set. It will take my time with this and lose as little fluid as possible. So wow, I was not expecting this job to be as easy as it is. We're good, and knock on wood. But hopefully it goes, and after I get that on, I will turn the wheel. Obviously I have it fully locked to the left. I'll turn it to the right to expose that little bleeder valve, and I'll pop the hose on, have my fiance hop on the brakes, and hopefully smooth sailing, get her back on the road after 4 days. I miss driving it. Like I said, this is about the same way. Little cutouts there, little tangs on this one. Where are we at here? Again, little disorienting looking through the camera, but little tangs there. It's gonna have to twist just a bit to be able to fit it in there, but shouldn't be too horrible. I'll just have to finagle it a bit, and hopefully we'll be able to call her a day after that. All set up here, just about ready to bleed the brakes. Got my Powerade bottle. From what I've heard, you like to fill it up with a third so that you can see the bubbles, because if you just put some in there, then you're not totally able to see the bubbles. And let's see if we can get it there. There we go. Hose up to the fitting there. So yeah, just have to loosen that up now and check the reservoir. A little hidden it is. I saw another video that the same light came on, and this plunger was broken. So that's what I was kind of hoping my problem was, as it wouldn't have involved me waiting for, or I suppose I would have waited for this part too, but anyway, so full of fluid there. Just gotta keep my eyes on it. Alright, the last little update here. Got the hose on. Got it all bled and everything. Hose looking good. Got that all going. There's the brake fluid. It's clear when it goes in. That color when it comes out, I guess. Probably need to be changed at some point here. Yeah, there's the nipple for the bleeding the brakes and everything, and then got a good level of fluid going in there, and brakes feel tight now. Just gonna take it back and forth in my driveway for a bit. Don't want to go out on the roads before too long, before I know that the Touareg can handle it with the brakes and all, but I'm feeling confident. Went on very easy. I was very surprised at that from what I'd heard. Putting brake lines on was stressing me out, but everything went on pretty nicely, and there we go. Yeah, so I might do some more videos if I have different things going on. Like I said, I had to replace the PCV valve because that one was going out. We've had to replace chains, tensioners, everything, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more work going on to this vehicle, but I enjoy learning how to work on it. It's going to be a challenge, but I enjoy it. So alrighty, well, if this helped you, thanks for tuning in, and maybe see you in a future video.